Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube, welcome back to Jackson Talks. How you guys doing? Thank you guys so much for watching my Tron video. I hope you guys watch that video more. I liked it. I think it's like one of my favorite videos on this channel. But nonetheless, here we are yet again to talk about a movie. Now, I will be talking about more video games in the future, but at the same time, I just want to look at these video game movies or, regular movies in general just to give a little spotlight on them because some of them I bet most people don't even know exist, which is crazy to me. But today we're going to be talking about a video game movie that came out in around at 20. I actually have a little notepad paper here to help with direction. It came out in 2010, so I would have been a baby because I was born in the year 2010. So I just would have been I would have been just a baby. I couldn't speak. So even if I was to go see that movie, which I didn't, but if I did, I would never remember it. But since I watched it yesterday, I didn't have school yesterday because my family got sick with the flu, which sucks. So I couldn't go to school, but I feel better. They feel better. We're all better. But today we are going to be talking about drumroll, not really, the Prince of Persia movie, which people do know exists. Like, people know it's like a movie, but they forgot about it. But I'm here to give my review because whenever I look up the movie on YouTube, just to try to find an actual video, um, I do find a couple, like from this one channel called Mr. Sunday Movies, but that's like the only other channel that actually has like a good review on it. That actually had a lot of editing, a good effort. But I mean, I haven't really learned how to edit yet, but I will learn how to make my videos look better. But anyways, let's just get into it. So, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time is a movie that was based off the video game series, The Prince of Persia. More specifically, the Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time series, which is a trilogy with 3 games. So it was a pretty successful trilogy too. You got The Sands of Time, Warrior Within, and The Two Thrones. Here's the first game, which I do have. This is the, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time game. This game is legendary because if we didn't have this game, we wouldn't have Assassin's Creed, which I love Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna play more Assassin's Creed uh games. Well, I'm also gonna watch the movie, give a review on that soon. But yeah, if it wasn't for this game, we wouldn't have Assassin's Creed. We wouldn't have a bunch of those games. And the reason why we do is this game. And it's like a part of a lot of people's childhoods. I got the game for Christmas because I thought it looked cool and everybody said it was a great game. And I'm still going to try to play it and finish it. It's not that hard, but it is kind of difficult. So it's going to be pretty troubling. But this is not a game review, so let's just get on to it. So the movie is kind of hard to describe because um it's kind of boring. Like, if you watch it, it's boring. Unfortunately, it is. But you see, it's boring, but also it is entertaining. Like, I don't know. It's an all right movie. It's not mid, it's not bad, it's not good, it's not great. It's mid. And no, not mid. It's all right. Like, I kind of liked it, but at the same time it had flaws. And we're going to get into those flaws in a bit, but we're just going to do some background info about the movie. The synopsis of this movie is pretty close to the game. You got Prince Dastan, I think that's how it's pronounced. He is the adopted Prince of Persia, which I don't think was in the game. In the game, he's not adopted. He is just the Prince of Persia. He is blood family, you know. But in the movie, he is adopted when the king gives him, I think, an apple, and it's just kind of weird. It's a weird change. I think it was supposed to be like to give us emotion about the character, but it just kind of came off as like unneeded info. If that if that makes sense. Um, Again, the Prince of Persia, Dastan, discovers the Dagger of Time, which has the ability to stop and reverse time. So in the game, this is a pretty big game mechanic where if you fall off before you die, well, when you die, you could reverse back time to restart and like do it over again. So it doesn't really count as a death, which is pretty cool. But you know, pretty cool game mechanic, and it's used in this movie. Not to its full potential, but it serves it nonetheless. Um, Again, but his uncle is trying to get the Dagger of Time to take control of the kingdom and basically rule the world. He is evil. Again, in the game, it's a weird change because instead of him being his uncle, he's more like just the not mentor, but he tells the vizier. That's what it's called. I think how it's pronounced. I don't know. And he basically just gives the king um he gives the king advice. That's what it really is. And as you may know, the most famous example of that is Jafar from Aladdin, which he is really evil. So honestly, I bet that carried over to Prince of Persia, but we don't know. But in the game, he's just the vizier that's evil that tries to take over the world. But in the movie, he's an uncle now, which I mean, okay, like again, unneeded info, but it's all right. Um, so him and this princess, not the princess of Persia, she's a princess of another kingdom, have to team up as a duo and stop the uncle, which is pretty cool. The character that plays the prince is Jake Gyllenhaal. Um, was he in? I don't. Yeah, he was in Zodiac. Yeah, that movie. I think he was in Zodiac. I don't remember. I never watch a lot of those type of. I don't watch those type of. I've watched it once, but again, move on. Um, it stars Jake Gyllenhaal. He's the main character. I kind of forgot about all the other actors. I just know that the main dude is Jake Gyllenhaal, and that he's a popular actor. So, I mean, cool. This movie was actually made by Disney, of all things. Like, if you were to expect a company to make a Prince of Persia movie, I would think of like Warner Brothers. But Disney got the rights to it, and now we have this movie, and that's pretty cool. Um, this movie had a budget of over $200 million, which is a lot. That is a lot. But I mean, that's pretty much like an average big budget movie type thing, unless it's 300 million. But it did gross $336.4 million at the box office. So a lot of people did went to see it, but unfortunately, if you do the math, like 200 million that was spent plus the marketing costs, which isn't calculated, but it was probably a lot, and then you add, you know, like the total revenue they got, I bet it was a lot less than they were expecting, and that's why it's considered a box office flop or a box office disappointment, because it did good, but also it could have done better. And they had high expectations for it, and it didn't meet that level. So that's why this movie's forgotten about. That's why we never got that sequel. And there was a sequel planned, but they canceled that, of course, and now we're here talking about this movie. So, yeah. That's basically all the basic info. Now we're just going to get into the movie. The set pieces look good. They look like the video game, and in the movie, it feels like the video game. Like, it kind of feels like you're playing it but you're not playing it, if that makes sense. It's a weird thing to say, but he does a lot of parkour. It's all cool. The music is actually all right. It's actually pretty good, and it really fits the theme and stuff and all of that. It's pretty cool. The acting, however, I could say is serviceable. It serves its purpose. Doesn't give a mind-blowing performance, but it does an okay job. And you know what? That's pretty cool. But again, they could have done better with the acting. They could have done better with that, but it's all right. It's serviceable. When I watch a movie, the acting is a key part, but for me, I just like to see the set pieces and the music and like how the characters are written. And most of these characters are written okay-ish. But again, this movie does feel like the video game, which is actually really good, and that's what you should try to focus on when making a video game movie. But again, we're just gonna move on now with the other stuff. All the other stuff that I could really say about this movie is that the editing is also really good too. It's not the best type of editing, I would say, but it does its job and it makes the movie look better than it should be. So the editing gets like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. It's just all right. But now we get to the fact that it's like not the perfect one-on-one Prince of Persia adaptation, and of course the Prince of Persia game deserves to have a way better adaptation. But again, we didn't get that, but we did get an alright adaptation, which honestly, with all the other horrible video game movies that came out before Prince of Persia, it was honestly a big fresh of air for a lot of people, because it's like, oh, it's alright. It's not bad. Like the other movies, like Street Fighter or the old Mortal Kombat Annihilations. Those were horrible. But this one's actually alright. And I wish this movie got a lot more attention than it got. Though it was pretty mid, it does deserve a lot of credit because it is a good adaptation, if I can say so myself. And it does deserve a lot more attention as of late. Like, it's not, like I said, it's not a perfect movie, but it could have been better. Unfortunately, however, we're going to talk about, they canceled the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake, so that's out of the question. And from all the news that came out about it, and I know we're talking about the movie, but like, I just want to talk about it real quick. They canceled it, and that's sad because it could have been really good. Could have been great. But, of course, it happened, and it got canceled, which is really sad because Prince of Persia is a staple of Ubisoft. Like, besides Far Cry, besides Assassin's Creed, besides the... what were those games? Ah, crap, I forgot their name. It was about the spy dude. Blacklist. Something Blacklist. I'll try to remember soon. But, again, those movies, those games were, the high peer. So is Prince of Persia, and it's really sad that it's being forgotten about. But, again, back to the movie. Those are really all I had to say about the movie. The movie is just alright. It's a pretty good adaptation that does most of the stuff pretty good, and all the other stuff alright. The only big gripe about it is that it kind of does have that piss color in some areas. Like, if you ever watch the movie that goes to Mexico, it just looks like it has this like weird 2000s piss filter over it, pee filter. It's just weird. But that's really all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching this video. Shoot, I'm kind of exhausted. It's been a long day. Anyways, I hope you guys have a really good rest of your day. I hope you guys had fun watching my video, and like and subscribe so we can get up to 100 subscribers. I'll see you next time.